The piercing sound cuts through the freezing mountain air, a long, mournful vibration that seems to chill the very bone. As the silver orb of the full moon hangs high above the jagged peaks, a lone figure silences the forest with a single sustained note. But contrary to centuries of folklore and cinematic myths, this creature is not talking to the moon. It is talking to the earth, the trees, and every living thing within a 10-mile radius. The myth of the wolf howling at the moon is one of the most enduring misconceptions in natural history. To the human imagination, the image of a wolf silhouetted against a giant lunar disk represents a mystical connection between the beast and the celestial. However, biology paints a far more pragmatic and fascinating picture. Wolves are crepuscular and nocturnal hunters, meaning they are most active during the low-light hours of dusk, dawn, and night. When they tilt their heads back to howl, they aren't aiming for the moon. They're optimizing the projection of sound waves. By pointing their muzzles upward, the acoustic energy travels further through the open air, avoiding the immediate absorption by the forest floor and low-lying vegetation. This Moonlight song is actually a sophisticated long-range communication system based on specific frequency modulation. Each wolf has a unique vocal signature, a biological ID card that other pack members can recognize instantly. In the vast, unforgiving wilderness, staying together is a matter of survival. A pack may be spread out over hundreds of square kilometers during a hunt. The howl serves as a sonic beacon, allowing scattered members to triangulate their positions and regroup. It is a social glue, reinforcing the bonds of the family unit through collective vocalization. Beyond internal coordination, the howl is a powerful tool for territorial defense. A wolf pack is an empire, and like any empire, its borders must be patrolled and announced. When a pack howls in unison, they often engage in harmonic chorus, a technique where different wolves howl at different pitches and intervals. This creates an auditory illusion, making a small pack sound much larger and more intimidating than it actually is. To a rival pack listening from the shadows, this wall of sound is a clear warning. This land is occupied, and any trespassers will face a formidable force. It is a defensive perimeter made of sound, preventing physical conflict by settling disputes through acoustic dominance. The science of the howl involves complex physics. Lower frequencies travel further than higher ones, and wolves are masters of selecting the right pitch to penetrate dense fog or heavy snowfall. They can shift the modulation of their voices to convey different levels of urgency. A low-pitched guttural howl might signal the discovery of large prey, while a higher-pitched, frantic series of yips and howls could indicate an immediate threat or a lost pup. This is not just noise. It is a data-rich language that contains information about the caller's size, emotional state, and location. In the heart of the winter, the stakes are at their highest. Food is scarce, and every calorie spent must be justified. A lone wolf, separated from its pack, faces a death sentence from the elements or rival predators. In this moment of crisis, the howl becomes a desperate prayer for connection. It sends out a signal through the thin, cold air, waiting for that one specific frequency in return that says you are not alone. When the response finally comes, a faint echo from the distant ridge, the transition from isolation to safety begins. The vibration of the response is felt through the wolf's entire body, a physical confirmation of the social network that keeps it alive. The climax of this acoustic drama occurs when two rival packs meet at the border of their territories. Instead of immediate violence, an acoustic battle often ensues. The air becomes heavy with a cacophony of overlapping howls, a psychological war intended to break the will of the opponent. The sheer volume and complexity of the vocalizations serve as a measurement of the pack's strength and health. Often, the pack that sounds less coordinated or smaller will retreat without a single drop of blood being shed. The howl is the ultimate diplomat of the wild, a way to win a war without ever engaging in a fight. As the first light of dawn begins to erase the stars, the last echoes of the howl fade into the mist. The forest settles into a different kind of quiet, one where the boundaries are set and the social order is reaffirmed. The wolf lowers its head, its task complete. It has mapped its world, protected its family, and warned its enemies, all through the power of its voice. The moon, silent and indifferent, continues its transit across the sky, having never been the intended audience of the song. The truth of the wolf's howl is far more impressive than the myth. It is an evolutionary marvel of engineering, a system of survival that turns the air itself into a map of power and belonging. In the end, the Bang Den Ga Yui Jiang is not a song of romance, but a testament to the incredible intelligence of a predator that has mastered the art of communication to conquer the darkness. The howl is the heartbeat of the wilderness, a reminder that in the wild, being heard is the only way to be seen.